Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with Death Battle. And today, well, we got two unlikely heroes that pretty much divide all the odds. On one side, we got Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And on the other, Panda from Kid Icarus. So yeah, Keyblade Wielder versus an actual angel. This is going to be interesting. So, shall we hop in and relive this battle? Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's check it out. Here we go.
If the fate of the universe is at stake, the last person you should trust to save it is a naive teenager with magical weapons they don't understand. But everybody does it anyway.
Like Sora, the Keyblade-wielding savior of Kingdom Hearts.
And Pit, the angel warrior from Kid Icarus.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
You actually play him in Smash Bros. Now.
Once upon a time, there was a small child full of promise named Sora.
And he lived on the one and only Destiny Island. Sora and his friends Riku and Kairi grew up honing their athletic skills by playing sports with Final Fantasy characters who don't judge Sora's fashion choices. Wait a minute,
I didn't dress
what the
him.
hell are Final Fantasy characters doing there?
A hint of things to come. For the longest time, the residents of Destiny Island lived a peaceful life, but it wasn't long until a soulless embodiment of evil would invade
AKA the Heartless.
This was the Heartless.
But the arrival of these creepy crawlers wasn't the only surprise. Alongside the darkness came light in the form of a Keyblade, which is the key to fixing everything. Super subtle.
This Keyblade in particular was known as the Kingdom Key, and was drawn to Sora thanks to his pure heart. With the Kingdom Key, Sora had the means to combat the Heartless.
By unlocking doors?
Well,
Be surprised.
yes, the Keyblade can get past almost any lock out there. But despite not having a
Cool,
long, sharp
darkness.
edge, it's a surprisingly deadly sword.
It's a key, it's a sword, and it's also a wand. Sora can use it to cast all sorts of magic spells like a wizard. He can even shoot a laser beam all the way to the moon.
Unfortunately, despite his newfound weapon, the Heartless were overwhelming. The darkness washed over Destiny Island, and just like that, it was gone.
But thanks
For
to
now.
cosmic reasons, Sora wound up face to face with
Fuck.
Goofy and Donald Duck. Yep, he ended up in the most magical place on Earth, Disney.
If you're confused, don't worry.
Yeah,
You are
you
not
will be.
hallucinating. Somehow, in some way, this impossibility exists. Turns out, while Goofy and Donald have been lovable cartoons for decades, they're also world-hopping warriors.
Oh my god, this is the best thing ever!
From then on, Sora teamed up with his new friends to lock the doors to the Hearts of Worlds, saving them from the Heartless grip.
And he wasn't even old enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, I never really understood what. I think it originally started with Disney and Final Fantasy, but the Final Fantasy elements just kind of just fell to the backside a lot, you know? I mean, I think that was the original intention, but I don't know. They really don't fall into the Final Fantasy elements much. Mostly just Disney. I'm not kidding. I think the latest you see is like Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, I don't think there hasn't been any recent ones in there. You know, nothing for 15, 16, none for the RPGs, which would be kind of cool. You know, the MMO one, 14. Just saying. A bunch of characters you could have added, but apparently not. Whoops. Anyway.
Enough to get a driver's license.
While Sora may not have been strong enough to save Destiny Island, he quickly learned an enormous amount of talents perfect for beating back the darkness.
Including some genuine ass-kicking magic, like
Saga,
shooting fireballs,
Saga,
freezing baddies
Saga.
with blizzards, smiting with lightning, and more.
He can reflect projectiles, manipulate time, magnetize objects, and even alter gravity.
He's got a bunch of other magic attacks, but my favorite is Ragnarok, which fires a bunch of homing energy beams. And I guess he's got some magic abilities that don't involve beating monsters up, which I think is pretty lame, but
Hey,
Wiz
he can
insists
fly.
we talk about
So I'd
it.
say.
Thanks to the Kingdom Key sword, he can use spells which remove negative effects, including curing his own wounds. He can also glide like Peter Pan and teleport like Figment.
I
get
still
more
don't know
flight.
if we should call it a sword, but Sora can make it even better with keychains. They can even transform the whole Keyblade into more powerful versions with way more badass names, like Oathkeeper.
With all these abilities, Sora battled the Heartless and took the fight to the man who discovered them, Xehanort. He even defeated Xanart's Heartless and his Nobody.
Well, that's kind of harsh, Wiz. Why you calling
No,
him
they're
a
literally
nobody?
called nobodies.
He's definitely somebody.
No, see, a Nobody is a somebody without a heart. But a Heartless isn't a somebody or a nobody, though they may have been a somebody filled with anger. Like Scar from The Lion King.
Well, I'm a somebody that's really, really confused.
But to save all worlds,
Welcome to this
Sora
world.
found he had to be insanely strong, fast, and tough.
He's speedy enough to run up a building and quick enough to dodge magic lightning.
Not just magic lightning, real legitimate lightning from the sky. A feat which could only take mere
He's in the
milliseconds.
dust.
Sora put all that speed to good use once by perfectly blocking hundreds of lasers from damn near every angle
Yeah,
in
thank
just
you,
a few
Riku, for that.
seconds. So it's safe to say he's no slouch.
As for his strength, not only has he cut through
Rock
giant
Titan,
building-like
7
structures with
buildings.
ease, he's launched them as projectiles. Though gravity is in flux here, a building this size normally weighs around 100,000 pounds.
He's held back 2 of Cerberus's heads and went toe-to-toe with Hercules. You know, the demigod who threw a giant rock monster into space?
Although this
I-
Titan's shape is too inconsistent to scale, by treating him as a series of cones made of granite, we can estimate his weight as over 1,600 tons.
That's like throwing 200 T-Rexes into the sky. So yeah, Herc is really, really
And
strong.
able to
And
face off
Sora
with
can take a
Sephiroth,
hit
so
from
forget
him,
that.
no problem.
Honestly, Sora's ability to take a hit might be one of his strongest characteristics. He's survived the jaws of Cerberus, ancient Chinese dragons, being shot by a musket, and, hell, the fires of Hades.
But he isn't without his downfalls. While he's strong in his own right, he relies a
memories.
lot on his friends. Like, all the goddamn time.
He can't even enter his fancy drive forms, which boost his power and give him an extra Keyblade, without help from Goofy and Donald. So in a broad scope, he's fairly limited on his own.
No big deal, though. Luckily for Sora, most locks only need 1 key.
I'm
Yeah, you
not
see
sure
what
if that
he
was
did there.
profound, or just stupid.
Brad, you're
true.
stupid.
The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
Yeah, that's not even including what he did with Final Fantasy 3. Or wait, no, Kingdom Hearts 3. Ugh. Sorry about that. I mean, you know, the different weapon types. It's pretty crazy when you think of it like that. Though he did have to sacrifice his own heart to wake up everybody. Which, apparently, what happens when you fall to darkness. Gotta wake him up. I'm not even sure what they're gonna make him do in Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm curious, but 4 is gonna be a long way away, but we got time. Anyway, let's see what Pitt's holding up. Yeah.
Let us return
agree.
to the distant past, to an age long ago, when gods and man lived together in harmony.
How long ago was this?
25 years ago.
What?
Anyway, the kingdom of Angel Land was ruled by 2 goddesses. Palutena, the goddess of
goddess of light.
and Medusa, the goddess of darkness.
Who pretty much treated everyone like crap by turning people into statues and destroying their crops.
My cabbages!
Big move.
But hey, what'd you expect from a being who holds the title Goddess of Darkness? She's just doing her job.
Angered by
Yeah.
these misdeeds, Palutena transformed Medusa into an ugly, one-eyed, parcel-tongued monster and banished her to the dark underworld.
Talk about throwing shade! Long story short, Medusa waged war with Palutena, who summoned the greatest hero Angel Land has ever known. Hit!
My arrows will stop that Apicus Maximus.
No, definitely not
Not
that
him.
one. This one.
There you go.
Hang
Sheesh.
on. Greatest hero ever? More like his mom needs to drop him off at elementary school.
Don't let looks fool you. Pitt may seem young, but he is the captain of the Icarus Army, keepers of the peace and personal guards to Lady Palutena herself.
Wait, you're telling me this Cupid-looking kid is the captain of an army? Well, at
Pretty
least
much.
he can fly with those wings. All right, that's pretty cool.
Actually, he can't.
What? Look, he's flying right there.
Well, Pitt may have superhuman abilities, but he can't actually fly on his own. Thankfully, Palutena regularly grants him mystic wings, which do allow flight, though they can only exist for up to 5 minutes. After that, they burst into flame, sending Pitt careening to a horrible end.
Holy shit. So the captain of an angel army doesn't have his own working angel wings. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's a little...
I don't even know how that's even possible. Like, was he just, like, born, like, some bad wings or something? I don't even know how that works. But, I mean, I guess it proves that he could, prove himself to be the captain. You know, he's got to be able to make it up. But still, yikes. How does that even work?
A little strange, but don't try to bring it up. He's a bit touchy on the subject.
Anyway, Pit managed to defeat Medusa, and everyone lived happily ever after. Just kidding, Medusa came back 25 years later, looking better than ever, by the way. And this time, Hades came along to mess things up, too.
As captain of the Icarus army, Pit has some extensive training under his belt. How else would all these soldiers save Palutena from a sudden invasion of... vegetables?
Right.
Wasn't it her
a
fault?
Soldier without his weapons. Pit's got a huge arsenal of weaponry.
He's well known for his archery skills and shows it off with his trusty weapon of choice, the Palutena bow.
This bow uses awesome laser arrows that can actually be guided by Pit. And if his enemies get close, Pit can split the bow into 2 short blades for quick, deadly slices. Now that's a practical weapon.
He is highly skilled with several classes
Blades,
of weapons.
staffs,
His arsenal has been imbued with the strength and power of the gods, making humans incapable of wielding them.
These range from orbitars, like floaty shoulder cannons that can also block attacks, to blades, cannons, claws, hammers, staves, clubs, and weaponized tattoos. Ah, I wish my tattoo was a weapon. Anyway, all these weapons were forged by Mentos, the god of forge.
Dintos.
Dintos, the fresh maker.
That's
and the
Mentos.
guy who also crafted Pit's ultimate weapons, the
You're
3
sure?
sacred treasures.
Hidden away in 3 sealed caskets, the sacred treasures consist of Angel Land's mightiest weapons, which can only be used by the most heroic and worthy of heroes.
The mirror shield reflects projectiles. The wings of Pegasus give Pit unrestricted flight and improved speed.
Fine.
And the arrow of light is the ultimate weapon of the gods that can murder basically anything.
The Arrow of Light is absolutely the deadliest weapon in Pit's arsenal, and increases in power based on Pit's own health and strength. And when all 3 treasures come together, Pit is granted the legendary Silver Armor.
You tapping into my stash of booze, Wiz? That's not silver, it's gold.
Well, colors are
Isn't it?
different in heaven, I guess.
Weird. Well, Pit's learned several abilities throughout his adventures, like healing, dropping mines, and making his arrows invisible. And all of his skills came in handy. Not only did he defeat Medusa, but he's taken on alien pirates, a space kraken, and the god of death, Thanatos.
At one point when Thanatos attacked a village, he launched a large boulder which Pit obliterated so thoroughly it was completely pulverized in mid-air.
Damn.
Wait a minute,
Nice shot.
how are those Trojan horse Star Wars walkie thingies not tipping over?
Focus, Boomstick. Pulverization
Fine.
is defined as reducing an object to dust, which certainly applies here. To determine the force necessary to do so, we first need the size of that boulder. For that, we'll compare the boulder to those pillars.
Oh, here comes the math. Strap on your pocket protectors, nerds.
Thanatos, when standing near to Pit, appears to be about 11 feet 6 inches tall. By comparing his height to the pillars, we've determined them to be 18 feet tall. By comparing that to the boulder, it's clear it has a diameter of 115 inches. To pulverize a stone this large, Pit's strike must have outputted energy equal to nearly 1,600 pounds of TNT.
Damn, little
Big
angel
time.
kid can dish it out.
Pit's also incredibly quick. He was able to maneuver, react, and fly from the top of these clouds to the lunar sanctum in less than 40 seconds. Despite looking like one, that's no moon. It's a space station, orbiting the Earth at a similar altitude to the International Space Station. The average distance from the ISS to the highest cloud layers is about 242 miles, meaning Pit must have flown around 21,600 miles per hour.
That's Mach 28. Suck it, Starman.
Not only that, Pit dodged a laser which covered this distance in a fraction of a second, most likely moving a little over 90 million miles per hour.
Oh my god, that not moon thing really is the Death Star.
With Pit's superhuman durability, he's tanked hits from gods and taken falls that would turn any normal man into,
An angel?
well, a dead man, yes. In his final duel with Hades, the god of the underworld, Pit took a devastating blow that sent him plummeting at least 2,000 feet. Given Pit's weight, the impact of that fall would be over 8 tons of force.
And he was fine. This Hades guy can cut through giant diamond spires, so a hit from him could be as powerful as nearly 30 tons of
30 tons,
TNT.
Of course, while Pit may be formidable, he's not perfect. He has been tricked into losing fights multiple times, and often relies on assistance from his godly allies.
But this kick-ass angel isn't afraid to charge headfirst into a fight, even with his wings on fire.
In the name of the goddess Palutena, defender of all that is good, those who hide in the darkness will be made to face the light.
Yeah, that's basically this nutshell. Or battle in a nutshell. Two guardians alive about to duke it out. I'm actually kind of curious to see how this fights but, well, considering the magic, I'm gonna go with Sora, but let's see if Pit can win this thing. Shall we? Here we go. Welcome to the arena again. Hey Sora, how you doing?
Yahweh! Go get him, pal!
What'd he say?
What he said!
So, whose rear am I kicking this time?
Who's next? Alright.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Alright then. Bring it on! Fight! Next.
Take this! Fire!
I've seen candles that are scarier than you. Let's
Whoa.
take this to the next level.
Oh boy, Pit's on the aggressive. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez.
Whoa! You can teleport? Mind blown.
Let's see what you think of this!
Come on.
Whoa! Close shave.
Alright, Sora's down on the front foot. Let's go. Ooh. Ate that one. Ouch.
Stop!
Oh. Stop. Ooh, reflect.
Force!
Going down. Oh, secret treasure's down. Come on.
Time to end this!
You said it.
Oh. Big hot. Oh. One hit was enough. And out. And Sora takes it.
Attaboy, Sora!
Alright, Pit. Hate to do that to you.
Ouch! That's one way to fly too close to the Sora, son.
much.
Pit may have had the advantage in flight and experience, but he couldn't beat Sora's strength, toughness, and speed.
Pit may have dodged a laser moving 90 million miles per hour, but
Yeah, that's
Sora's
also
reaction
Sora,
speed was quick enough to dodge natural lightning. A lightning bolt's return
magic
stroke,
lightning,
which
look at that.
constitutes the bright flash, moves at around 220 million miles per hour,
Yeah,
over
way
twice as
faster than
fast
Pit.
as Pit.
That, combined with his teleporting and time manipulation powers, meant Sora was just too quick for Pit to land very many big hits. Plus,
No kidding.
when Sora shot that Keyblade beam to the moon, it took 1 second flat.
That's 1.28 times the speed of light, much faster than anything Pit's reacted to before. Of
True.
course, Pit did have enough weapons to keep Sora busy. But Sora's
For a while,
impressive and
but still.
wide-ranging magical arsenal provided multiple counters for pretty much anything Pit threw at him, including superior healing techniques.
Hey, remember that building Sora cut through? Slicing it up like Swiss cheese was impressive enough, but this building was completely made of stone from top to bottom, and Sora cut through 7 at once!
These buildings may have been composed of a modest stone like granite, which has a minimum shearing strength of 14 megapascals. In comparison to Sora's height, each building was about 23 feet tall. By measuring Sora's largest slash and the distance cut through all 7 buildings, we can determine Sora's striking energy to equal, at minimum, 78 tons of TNT.
That's way more than Pit's boulder pulverizing feat. No wonder this guy beat Hurt.
Speaking of which, let's compare some of the strongest beings Sora and Pit have taken hits from. The amount of energy needed for Hercules to throw that rock titan into space had to have been around 24 megatons of TNT, whereas Hades strikes were equivalent to only 30 tons at best.
So Pit had never survived anything close to Sora's strongest attacks. Just by numbers alone, Sora's strength, speed, and durability just outclassed Pit. And the Keyblade by itself had a way more impressive track record than any of Pit's weapons. You might say it was the key to this fight. And when we pit them together, one of them was bound to be a Sora loser.
The winner is Sora.
And there we go. Sora takes the win. Which, honestly, I saw that one coming, but what do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? If they had a rematch, do you think Pit would have won? Probably not, but Anyway, till next time. See ya.